All right, and welcome back. I'm Junior Ibarra, and we're here with Hitpoints. I'm talking about the writing process and jumping into another one of my favorite portions of the interview. I know I say that I have a lot of favorites. I just can't decide, guys. This is no. This one's my favorite. No. This is inspiration. What are your greatest sources of inspiration, both musically and in life, for both of you?
You should take this one first.
I am
so I can think of a good one. Gotta think of a good answer.
Musically, I know that for both of us, we like a lot of similar bands. We listen to a lot of similar music. Instrumental music we're really fond of. But I'd have to say, I mean, when we talk about artists that we're influenced by and that, you know, people might be interested in, if they're interested in another artist, I'd have to say like artists like Coldplay and Paper Out. We're really, really big into this band called Paper Out. They're just an electronic. They have a similar vibe that we do. They're just a little different. But in terms of music, I really... Gosh, dude, that's a really hard question to answer.
I'm sorry.
Gosh,
I probably should have warned you.
I'm sorry, I should ask you the easy ones.
Yeah, musically, I'm inspired by really all types of music. And I mean, I can listen to a country song and be inspired by part.
Just kidding.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
I can listen to some country and be inspired by some things I hear. I can listen to... I don't know. I can listen to a ton of stuff and be inspired by most things that I hear. In life, I'm inspired by food. I'm inspired by the beach.
The ocean.
Warm mittens.
I was trying to think of something really funny to say. Okay.
I got nothing.
Okay, yeah, I'm done. Phil's turn.
I feel like musically, I'm constantly inspired. I mean, I feel like if I had to pick two bands, it'd be Radiohead and then Coldplay. I feel like they always fluctuate. When I'm listening to Coldplay, I'm like, yes. And then when I'm listening to Radiohead, I'm like, yes, this is the best.
You just cry?
And I'm crying.
Oh, God.
and then I get like female artists. I love Bjork, which I feel like different artists, I love different things about them. Bjork just does whatever the heck she wants, and I just love the creative like inspiration that brings me, because she's not, you can tell that she just loves what she's doing and loves what she's writing, and a lot of times it's kooky and like off somewhere where I wouldn't go, but like she's just free, and you can hear it in her music. And I love Imogen Heap. I love what she does, like even just vocally where she goes, and the fact that she produces her stuff and then mixes it, I feel like has been an inspiration to like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. And Tom York, obviously, the texture of his voice is so cool. And like the notes, same thing. It's like he's writing for himself. Like he's not writing to please anybody. There's not, until you listen to like a lot of the records, like more later records of projects he's done, like until you've listened to it 20 times, like you're not going to walk away like, oh, I got the thing stuck in my head. You might just be like, okay, like I don't know, it doesn't really, it's not like a normal pop song where it's like, okay, there's the hook, I got it, 3 minutes in out and it's stuck in my head, but it's deeper, and like I love that to it, where it's complicated melodies, but people, once they listen to it and get used to it, are just, you know, enthralled by. So I feel like I'm constantly inspired by stuff that they're doing. Again, yeah, Paper Out. There's this instrumental electronic soundscaper. His name's John Hopkins, and he is incredible. I feel like he is, as far as beats and just synth creation and making you be somewhere, like he's just the best to me. And he actually did some programming on some Coldplay records too. That's how I found him. Was it Viva La Vida, that intro thing?
That was the record it was on, but I think it was the intro of that record.
Intro thing. I was like, who wrote that? Who did that? Where it's like that nobody got that.
Man, I felt like I was actually listening to the CD
the
album.
So musically, that I feel like life, I mean, I love food, I love coffee. I feel like coffee perks me up and I feel motivated for the day. I love reading. You know, I feel like I'm inspired by God, and just the messages of what the Bible teaches, I feel like inspires me and gives me purpose for my life. And yeah, so I feel like that's probably the main thing. I love even though it's harder than anything, I love waking up and making breakfast and having coffee and reading a little bit before I get into the day. I feel like that sets me right. But
that's what I love, is that you guys don't limit yourself as musicians and to the certain genres of music. I know, and that's what makes you guys so mature as a musician and as a person. Is, you know, there's artists and bands or musicians out there that, oh, we want to be a hardcore band, I'm just gonna listen to hardcore music. Oh, we want to be a country band, I'm just gonna listen. But you guys pull from different elements from different bands, you know, and that's what. And I personally love listening to film scores. Right now, I'm just super into listening to film scores, and you just hear the different elements from different things, you know, and that's what I love about you guys, is that you guys are able to pull from different elements and different musicians and artists, and so cool to hear where you guys find your influence from. And something I wanted to talk about, and I was excited to get into, is I know there's
is this your favorite part? Or?
I was just about to say that.
This is one of my favorite parts of the interview. Is I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry, AJ. I don't mean to disclude you on this part. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but there's fans out there that know that you were a signed artist, Phil, and then suddenly you were unsigned. Do you mind going into that a little bit, going from being signed to a record label to now being an independent artist and joining with AJ and having this amazing, fruitful relationship?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the church, and I grew up doing music in the church, and even went to like a Christian junior high and high school, and I just always did music. And going out of high school, I just played music, but it's very much in the Christian industry, which there is a Christian music industry for those people who do not know. And I mean, long story short, I got signed by a pretty big Christian label called Sparrow, and it's a subsidiary of EMI. EMI has a Christian side of things, so it's EMI CMG, Christian Music Group. And so Sparrow is one of those underneath the EMI umbrella. And I mean, I loved it. I was thankful for the opportunity. I feel like I love everybody, even at the label. And it wasn't like a lot of times you hear like a horror story of people getting signed and then realizing it was a horrible deal and then being like, I'm out of here. And like you get attorneys involved. And I mean, I got signed without management or anything. It was just me really talking to them. And I had a producer that was helping me as well. But when it came down to it, I had done a tour around the U.S. doing churches, and there was some club shows. But with a well-known Christian artist, and I came back and it didn't feel like it clicked, even though I grew up a Christian and it's what I believe, and I feel like not everyone portrays it well how I believe, but like in the midst of all that, what I was writing just wasn't productive for them. What really works for what's making, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a business. What is making money for them is very, like, really overtly spiritual stuff, and even just very Christian stuff. And I have a pretty sensitive, cheesy meter with that stuff because it's real to my life, but I don't like how people almost exploit it to make money in an industry. And if I write a song about God, it's because I want to write a song about God, and that's what comes out. It's not going to be because somebody needs to make money off it. And so I just told them I came back, and it was a couple months of they needed an overtly Christian song, and I was trying to force it, and I was just like, man, I don't want this to be I don't want this to be my career, just like trying to force something for somebody else. And if it's not gonna come out in a way that's productive to them, like just, you know, my songwriting, then I told them I don't think it's the right fit, and they agreed, and they just let me go. And so I was sitting at home in San Diego at my parents' house for like a year, writing and trying to figure out what to do next. And I didn't know. I didn't know, but I had all these songs piling up, and I have a bunch of friends in LA, so I moved to LA, which before I thought I would never go to. And just thought I was gonna, you know, I plan on, okay, I'm gonna take these songs and do a mainstream thing with them. And you know, I've known AJ for a while since then, and so I asked him, hey, do you want to be a part of this? Because I need people, and I don't want it to be, you know, I want to bring people into it and make it better than what I can do by myself, and, you know, learn interdependence and make something, you know, just greater than I can do it by myself. And so asked AJ, asked Omar, and yeah, it was kind of the three of us, and there wasn't a consistent drummer, but So that's how we started doing music together. We've done music in the church and stuff in the past, but yeah.
Great story.
That's
Great story.
Thank you for that little that deep conversation.
It's for the fans.
And it's not for you. It's for the fans.
It's not for you.
And that's what's cool. You guys have the same approach to your music and the same honesty and the same realness to your relationship with God and not wanting to force things and being real about it. And that's what's awesome is without that, AJ wouldn't be here. He'd probably be a lost, homeless bum.
He'd be dead.
Or it could be dead.
He'd be dead by now.
He'd be dead for sure by now.
Well, we got one more track, one more song that you guys are going to be playing. This is my favorite song on the EP, so I'm excited to have you guys play it for me personally, and
this
only me.
Yeah,
so
this one's for you.
This one's for me.
This is your favorite part.
This is this is my favorite part of the interview. So this next song, I believe, is Phantom, correct?
Yes.
Do you guys want to give us a little background of Phantom, or do you want to just jump right in?
I can give you a little background. So it's kind of all this song is a little over the place. I wrote it for a possible placement on the newest Twilight that came out, movie, and I haven't seen any of them. So it's kind of like a shot in the dark of what okay, I think this would fit, but it's based. A lot of it is like the tensions of love and being unsure and sure and realizing that you're willing to commit to somebody and give it all away. And then even doubting that, but just feeling connected to somebody. Mm-hmm. And so it's very ethereal, the track is 2 acoustic guitars, probably won't be very ethereal, but so it's maybe it's about the elusiveness of love or something.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Sounds, I'm excited.
All right,
it's my favorite.
This one's for you, Junior. You're all that I got now, I'm not complaining. You're all that I got now, I'm not gonna waste it. You're falling away from me like a ship in the night. We pass unseen. Well, don't you go, and time goes by. Are we leaving tonight? And you drift about like a banshee. I know I don't wanna feel it. Phantom made up in my head. Don't go, don't leave yet. Yeah, your love's something I believe in, and I made up in my head. We'll forever be phantom. Yeah. Sky, I said the color deep in your eyes. You have every part of me, my soul in the deep in between. You set me free. Will you go? Don't let go. And time goes by. Are we leaving tonight? And you drift about like a banshee. I know I don't wanna feel it. Phantom made up in my head. Don't go, I don't wanna leave yet. Yeah, your love's something I believe in, and I made up in my head. We'll forever be phantom. Yeah. Won't blink out. We're together tonight. Together tonight. Our consciousness won't bleed out. We're forever entwined. We're the same, you and I. up in my head. Don't go, I don't wanna leave yet. Yeah, your love's something I believe in, and I made up in my head will forever be phantom. And I know I don't wanna feel it, phantom made up in my head. Don't go, I don't wanna leave yet. Yeah, your love's something I believe in, and I made up in my head will forever be phantom. Yeah. Forever be phantom, phantom, forever be phantom, phantom.
I just fell in love, guys. I just fell in love. It's such a great song. It's an easy song to listen to. It's easy to sing along to. It's such an anthem, you know. And not to mention, I all I could see was just werewolves and vampires just flying everywhere now.
Exactly.
But I know we're running a little behind, and we got to wrap up. But for those listeners out there that want to find out more and download, you listeners out there, please download their EP. It's a great, phenomenal EP, and you were able to hear a couple of the acoustic tracks. But if you want to hear the fully recorded tracks, please download their album. Where can people find more? I know you guys have some cool opportunities and great shows coming up. Where can they find more?
Well, what we're trying to do this year, and probably even just continue in the future, is keep putting out songs every month because of the massive amounts of content we do have. We're trying to put 3 songs out a month. So if you keep checking back to noisetrade.com/hitpoints music, you'll see, at least 2 or 3 songs come out every month. And follow us on Twitter, Facebook. We have all that good stuff. So if you look up Hitpoints on Facebook or Twitter and follow us, we'll keep you updated what's going on. But I feel like that's a good way to get connected. We'll post shows that we're doing, and we'd love for people just to be a part of it, especially early, and for people just connect with it and be a part of this journey with us.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And if you're for those that are listening, please follow Hitpoints. Both AJ and Phil, you guys are a great, phenomenal vocalists and musicians. So it's exciting to see how you guys work together and feed off each other. You're not just a great harmonizer, but you have a great voice yourself, AJ, and as a musician and a guitarist. But thank you guys for coming out. I loved having you guys out. It's one of my favorite parts of the interview. Having you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Coyote Radio, and thank you for having us out.
Definitely.
We're stoked to have this time with you guys.
We're excited to hear more from you guys. But be sure and join us next week for Lunchtime Live. And if there's a band that you'd like to hear on Lunchtime Live, be sure to email us at crmusic@csusb.edu. Again, that's crmusic@csusb.edu. And remember to support the musical artists in your neighborhood. For the Academic Computing and Media Department at Cal State San Bernardino, as well as the entire staff of Coyote Radio, I'm Junior Ibarra. Have a great week.